Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Sergeant Alex here, and today we have another settlement. This one is Somerville Place in Fallout 4. It's in the bottom left corner of the map, and it has a little farmhouse in the middle, but overall, it's pretty damn hilly, which is why you see me placing down these little cement foundations. I place a few down, I do two bunkers, and a little wooden shack in between them. The whole idea behind this is it's a little bit more of a military base. When I started it, I was thinking Brotherhood of Steel type theme, but then I was like, they have a giant flying ship. They have the Boston Airport underneath. So, going off of the little Minutemen theme I did before, I decided to make this a little bit more of an advanced base for them. Maybe a little training area or something, or forward outpost for the Glowing Sea or something. Not 100% sure on the actual reason why, but decided to make it Minutemen. So, adding these little cement things because in one of my mods I have bunker walls, and I was like, that'd be a cool idea. So I'm playing around with the bunker walls right now. I do end up just putting bunker walls on top of on the little cement slabs here because when you get into snap and stuff, the bottom part doesn't have a texture, so it's see-through, and not really placing these on the ground. So I try to do my best to fit them on the little cement on the cement floors there. There's little spots where you can look up and see through, but not really. And have nice little shutters you can open and close. So I put those in all the windows. A little door that matches too. And I also give it a little bit of a balcony. The first one you see me working on here is a little bit more of a workshop slash bedding area, and to kind of cover up the little invisible underfloor part there. You kind of see me just putting those little foundations there. That's gonna become another little building, and it's also gonna help with like how the little staircases go up and down to it. Taking a quick little nap there because can't change the time of day. And now I'm just playing around, trying to get some nice flooring on there. There we have where I have my second little building marked out. That way it's a nice little transition up and down to it. And because of the little gap there, I used the Place Anywhere mod to kind of fix that. So that way you can walk up into the bunker in a nice little smooth, clean transition. And I made a little walkway down the side as long as I could. And I just added some support beams to make it look like nice and supported, and if someone was to walk up there with power armor, they wouldn't fall through the floor. Searching around through the mods and stuff, I'm trying to find little metal guardrails here that want to snap to the wall, to the little post there. And I'm seeing some more stuff in the mods that I didn't know was in there, which I definitely think I'm gonna be using in the future builds and stuff. But for now, I'm sticking with my little Minutemen base theme. Some nice metal guardrails there. And at this point, I'm thinking, okay, it's Brotherhood of Steel, so they have military supplies and stuff. So on this building here, I went a little crazy on the defenses and stuff. I have like turrets and spotlights going in every direction. But I'm like, okay. When I got to the minimum part, I'm like, maybe that's a little too overkill. Didn't get rid of it, but definitely think it's a little bit overkill. Another little mod. I'm trying to unlock the last like 3 turrets I don't have, which is like a mini nuke turret and a cryolator turret, which I don't think I really use. I use like I do use the cryolator turret. It has it pointing into the base, and I place a couple of minigun turrets down. So definitely overkill in my opinion. Thinking back on it now, I'd probably use the laser musket turrets because There's a few of those. And now we have the little shack next to it, and I'm just using the little pre-made half-wall sections. Placing that to make the shack a little bigger. And in here I kind of do the main power supplies, and I toss in a couple of beds. In that building, there's a little hole in the ceiling. That way I can get the wires going in and out. Even though I really don't need them, because the fusion generator that I'm placing in here, because I was planning on using a lot of energy for this build, kind of just pokes through the ceiling anyways. And this little mod here, you can place an actual little human being with a gun and armor and stuff for some caps. There you see me placing a Brotherhood Paladin. And I'm kind of scrolling through. I decided to save that till the end. That's when I decided to go with the Minutemen. And now we're placing the second little bunker, which is a little fatter and wider. I place it back so you have those 2 cement blocks for a patio. And this little bunker here is kind of like the galley or lunch area. I put a couple of tables in there and a nice little cooking area. And I think it came out nice. Pretty much the same thing as the first bunker. Only I wanted a lot more windows, so pretty much all the walls have windows. Kind of light it up there. And definitely overhanging there, so I put the tree to kind of hide it. But in the end, I kind of wall off that section so it's on the outside where you really aren't going to walk. And then fence it off to make it nice and safe. And this little puppy right here is a guard post. So where they can just stand and look out. And I think it looks nice. Get the doors. And sorry for that little hiccup here. I kind of had to record this in 2 little sessions and didn't think on that one originally, but do have that little blurb there. I'll try to avoid it. Now I'm using junk walls and stuff. I kind of want to fence it off, give it a little bit of a border. That way, death claws and anything nasty that decides to leave the glowing seed that's close by or worse. It doesn't have free reign to enter. They kind of have to walk around to the front. But I didn't want to go too far with it, making a full base. I kind of like the still in process, because there's definitely room for more buildings and stuff. So as soon as I figure that whole thing out, I'm definitely going to be revisiting the settlement. But first thing, I want to get through all of them first, and then I was thinking, okay, afterwards I'll revisit them, because there's a few little details and such I want to change. In here, I'm kind of thinking it's more of the war room. They're kind of figuring out, okay, here's our plans, here's our strategies. I put that nice little hole in the ceiling so you can have the security thing out and some lighting coming through. And here I'm just roughly placing some junk walls, trying to get a nice little mix so it doesn't look all the same. And thanks to the mod that adds more junk walls, I have some new themes for the nice little short stubby ones. I have a couple of tall ones. And there's one where it's like 2 walls up together and a floor in the middle, and I was thinking maybe I can make that into a guard post, but didn't really like how it looked in the end, so just sticking with the bell themes there. And one problem with the walls on this settlement, as you can see there in the little bottom left right now, there's little air gaps and stuff because they stick straight out. They don't want to sink in the ground a little bit, so I'm going around with bushes and stuff to try and cover that up. That way it's still there, but it's not as noticeable. So, a little guilty hidden secret there. And I don't close it all around. That's pretty much where that wall ends, and it comes around a little bit on the other side. But I definitely want to give those bunkers a little bit of a security feeling. And here I'm trying to think of making like a junk barrier. If I had a little tractor, and since this is originally a farm, that'd be nice. But thinking maybe I should add a little military truck or some boats or something, which I decided not to in the end because it's a little teeny river in a swamp that's close by, and military vehicle doesn't make 100% complete sense here. Now I'm just running power from everywhere, making sure it's all nice and connected so I can do the lights. The lights do not reach one corner in this building, but instead of running electricity there, I was like, let's just go with it. That light's not working. Light bulbs are probably in rare supplies around here, so I had that one just kind of like there, so it's theoretically broken, but you still have the look of it. And here I'm just trying to find tables and stuff. Just placed the 3 different little tables there with some junk chairs. The whole thing here is from a mod. I'm trying to make it look like, okay, they made a table, which I think it came out nice. You have a nice long little table. Everybody can sit, eat, and have a good time. And I popped 2 little stoves there just so it looks like, okay, they have enough cooking area to feed everyone. But kind of wish there was 2 different little textures that you could use there. And then with the regular chairs and stuff, I made another table with some random chairs, whatever they could find, because stuff's in rare supplies. And just looking through turrets, I placed a little searchlight on the roof. And at this point, I think I go and sleep. Let's fix the little weather. Boom, nice fixed. Back up to building. And at this point, I think I'm doing the beds, which I placed a couple in the corners and stuff where people can kind of just pop a squat, take a nap. I sneak a couple mattresses there, that way people can fit. And here I'm starting to add the desks and filing cabinets and stuff. It definitely has that office feel to it. I placed some little filing cabinets, a nice shelf there. And since it's so important in here, I put a little safe. Some nice chairs to sit down at the desk. Going up here, I placed down your little workbenches like the armor one, which I don't realize I placed backwards until I do the settlement tour video. So in that video, you'll see me turn that around and fix it. And I was going to do a power armor stand. I end up doing it here because I really don't know why. I just didn't like how it looked. And I had some crates and stuff, some storage ideas. Little ammo crates, and definitely some tool benches under there. And I still have that gap, so I do bunk beds, and surprisingly it adds 2 beds. I was happy about that. Since there's 2 people there, I put 2 little duffel bags for the supplies. Nice little filing cabinet. That's pretty much that for those 2 buildings. In little hiding spots, I put the water purifiers. That way the settlement has some nice clean drinking water. And then shortly after that, I decide to finish off the little junk wall, as you can see here. And I do my best to hide some of the air gaps in here. But that big guy there, he sinks into the ground, which I was happy about. Delete that shack. And then I start adding little Minutemen to kind of protect the place with one of the mods. You can kind of see me scrolling through here. I have a guy with power armor since I did another settlement Minutemen theme and they have power armor, so I figured there has to be at least one guy here. Nice little guard over there. Someone in here kind of standing at the desk, but I moved him over here. I was hoping to get him to walk a circuit, but that didn't work. And after I finished playing with him, I tried to do the beds in the red building there, but they don't want to work. So I played on that for a little bit and also off camera, but in the end I just kind of gave up. Okay, and that is going to be it for this episode. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And as always, I love reading your comments, so please comment anything. It could be about the cats, about future episodes, about something you would like to see on the channel, anything. Other than that, this is Sergeant Alex, and I hope you have a nice day.